Hey guys, I'm Aleisha online and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video I thought why not do a collection video. So I thought why not take out all my collectible stuff, celebrity memorabilia stuff and just different collectibles and that sort of thing, and show you guys a bit of my collection. So over the years I've been able to collect some really cool things and attend some really great events, meet some great people, all that sort of thing. And over the years I've just collected everything up and made a huge collection out of everything I've picked up at different tours and different things over the years, whether it's signed lanyards, signed posters, signed magazines, signed books, plaques, different things. So yeah, why not, let's get started and I will show you guys a bit of my collection. So, okay, books are a big thing. I go to a lot of different book signings and things like that for different people, particularly like just industry people if they come, so whether it's YouTubers, artists, social media influencers, that sort of thing. And this book here, How to Be a Boss by Lilly Singh. So Lilly Singh is a YouTuber. She's also known by Superwoman for those who aren't familiar, but she recently put out a book like a couple years back now, but she came for her book tour, and not only did I meet her in person, get a photo, all of that cool fun stuff, she also actually signed it on the inside, if you can see close enough, which is really cool. So yeah, that's a special book. Another book is really cool. I've known Kim Crossman for quite a while. I met her quite a few years back now, and then over the years I've seen her out at different events and different things like that. And when she first released her first ever book, which is this one right here, I went to a couple of her book signings and met her again, and she remembered who I was, which was really cool. And not only that, but she personally like wrote a personal message inside to me, which says, I don't know if you can see it very well because it's a bit like it's metallic pen on pink paper, but it says, "To Aleisha, best wishes and lots of love, Kim Crossman." So that's really sweet. And it's just a book that I've kept forever because it's personally signed. So next up is the Parris Goebel Young Queen book. Now this is another special book to me. For those who don't know, Parris Goebel is a Samoan Kiwi choreographer. She choreographes like dance moves and different things for different artists and all sorts of things. And she recently put out a book. And when I'd always been a fan, which was really cool, just because she's another Kiwi who's doing like really big things, and it was cool to go and meet her, not only meet her and get a photo with her in person, but also get her to sign a copy of the book and purchase a copy of her book to read. And it's such a great read. I highly recommend you go and grab yourself a copy if you haven't already like read the book. But this copy is super special to me because she, like I said before, from other books and things, she's actually also personally signed this book, and it says, I don't know if you can see that, it says, "To Aleisha, dream big, love Parris, XOXO," which is really cool. So yeah, make sure to go and grab yourself a copy of her book. Yeah, okay, what else? Okay, another big thing I love to collect is lanyards. Now these are lanyards from all different tours I've been to over the years. Now these are only half of them, these aren't even actually all of them because there's way too many, so we'll probably have to make a part 2 video for this, but so I can like show you all the rest. But these are really cool. They're one of my favourite items of merchandise and stuff to collect, so let's go through them and I'll show you a couple of my faves. So these two are probably two of my more recent ones. Now this is a special one because it is the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill 20th commemorative tour. Now this was for the 20th anniversary of her album, and this tour was fairly recent. Not only did she like gift me this in the meet and greet, but I also got a limited edition personally signed poster to celebrate the tour by, which was really, really cool. And not only do I have this recent lanyard, but I also have the, which some of you will be able to see, is the Anderson Paak meet and greet one. So this has the dates on the back from 2019 of all his Auckland and Aussie shows. I have a few others. A couple of them are actually signed. So there is this one signed, which is signed by Joe and Caspar. They're YouTubers, for anyone who isn't aware. This one is signed. They actually personally signed that one for me in the meet and greet, which was really, really cool. That was a few years back now though. This one's pretty old. It's like a 2016 lanyard. This one is also signed from 2018, and this one is signed to me by David Duchovny. Now, if you know of who he is actually one of the people from the X-Files. And I had nothing actually for him to, I never took anything to the meet and greet for him to personally sign to me, so he signed this for me and gifted it to me during the meet and greet when I met him and got a photo with him. Other fans that were at the meet and greet took their own personal items to get him to sign. I just didn't think and didn't really take anything, so he then signed this for me and gifted this to me, which was really cool. This one here, as you can see closely, it's signed in gold pen. So that's another cool one. Other than that, I have a bunch more. So I have like a Kehlani lanyard, a Little Mix one from the I Love the 90s tour, so that's like Vanilla Ice, Coolio, Salt and Pepper, all those different artists. I have a Miguel one. The Miguel one is one of my favourite ones. This was gifted to me on the War and Leisure tour during his Auckland show at Logan Campbell Centre on July the 14th in Auckland. So that's really cool. That's from last year. But I just love the colour of it. I think it's cool. And I don't have any other lanyards that are yellow. They're all usually darker colours. But along with that, I have a Lilly Singh one, a Rich Brian one. So that's really cool. I don't know if you can see, but it's like holographic on one side and then it's a picture on the other, which is really cool. I also have a DNCE one, which is a Joe Jonas one. That one got gifted to me on the 2016 tour of the Selena Gomez tour, because they were the support act and I got to meet them, which was really cool. So that one's just a standard lanyard with the dates on the back, if you can see. But yeah, I also have a Bewitched one, a Sam Smith one, as well as some iHeartRadio ones. So they're just, yeah. And then I have one from the Black World Tour, from East Atlanta with Love tour. So that was for the Black tour. I also have a Shawn Mendes one. That's another really cool one from his Illuminate World Tour. And now these are two of my favourites, and I have to share these. This one here is a Nile Rodgers signed VIP lanyard for Good Times, for the world tour that he did alongside Lionel Richie and his band Chic. So I had nothing at the meet and greet for this as well, and I didn't know you could take your own personal items to get signed, and so I had nothing, but he gifted this to me during the meet and greet, and not only did he sign it, but he also signed my ticket for the actual event, which I've always kept. So that's really cool. I don't know if you can notice, it's starting to fade a little bit, so I can't wait to actually get this framed at some point. But if you turn it over, this is really cool. It's actually holographic, like the previous one I showed you, which was a Rich Brian one. This one is also holographic and it moves. So that's really cool. This is another special one to me. This is not signed or anything like that, but it is a Kendrick Lamar round red circle meet and greet lanyard. Now this is through VIP Nation, Australia and New Zealand. This one is just your standard lanyard. It's not signed, nothing special like that, but it is special to me because I got it gifted to me just as I was walking inside the venue at Spark Arena to get to like meet Kendrick Lamar for the meet and greet, when I actually had the chance to meet him, which was really cool. So this one's really cool. It actually, as you can see on the back, it's got the tour dates and it's got 2018 in huge letters and then some stuff in the fine print. This one is really, really cool though. It's the only lanyard that I own that is actually a circle one, and it's a Kendrick Lamar one, so that is really cool. Another thing I love to collect is tickets. Now, anyone that knows me knows that I've been attending concerts for quite some time now over the years, and from the ages of about 16 to 26, which is the age I'm at now, I've attended probably over 130 concerts all up. And here are all the tickets from different things I've been to over the years. Now that there is a huge stack there. There's everything from Miguel, Ed Sheeran, One Direction, ZM Friday Jams, Nile Rodgers, Chic, Lionel Richie, Kendrick Lamar, Justin Timberlake, TLC, Kehlani, Cody Simpson, So Pop. The list goes on really. There's just so many tickets there. So yeah, it's just something I love to collect alongside lanyards, and I just think it's really cool because it means you can always look back on all the different concerts you've been to. The Lionel Richie one, like I mentioned earlier, is actually because I had nothing in the meet and greet for Niall to sign, like I said before, he actually also signed the back of my ticket, which is really cool. So that's one ticket that I'll always probably keep. But yeah. Okay, so another cool item I got, this is just something I managed to score while I was actually in the mosh pit for one of the concerts I was attending, and it came down from the sky as confetti. These are Vengaboys money. Now I got these on the So Pop tour. Now these are really, really cool. They were flying down from the sky during a couple of the songs that they performed on stage, and they came down out of the sky as confetti. And the whole arena was covered, and I managed to score a couple, which was really, really cool. So if you look close enough, they have the Vengaboys on them, and they also say the United States of Venga, and they've got a big picture of the Vengaboys in the centre, and it's got $1 on the bottom, and it also has the name of their website, vengaboys.com. I just think these are really cool. They're actually really, really neat, and they're just a cool memento to keep from the tour. So that's another cool item I own. This one here, like I just mentioned, I was lucky enough to go to the So Pop concert, and for the entire whole of New Zealand, I was one of the lucky people who won a grand prize, not only 2 tickets to the show, but I also actually won a personal meet and greet for me to meet and greet not only Aqua but the Vengaboys as well, backstage. So I took my friend along, one of my great friends along with me to the show, and gave her the spare ticket, and I went not only to the show and had such a great time, but I also got to meet not only the Vengaboys and Aqua. And during the meet and greet, it was really, really cool. They actually gifted me this magazine, the So Pop magazine. Now this magazine is filled with just pictures of different artists. Not only were Aqua and the Vengaboys on the lineup, but it was everyone from like Lou Bega, Eiffel 65, Blue, Bewitched, you name it. There was a whole bunch of 90s artists on the lineup. This was a really cool piece. I got gifted this by Aqua and the Vengaboys, and not only did they gift this to me in the meet and greet along with a few other items, they also each personally signed it. So if you can see close enough, you'll be able to see that a few of them just signed it here and there on the magazine. So this is a really cool piece. It's another piece that I eventually want to get framed if I get a chance, just to keep it in really good condition and frame it to size. But it's a really cool collectible. You cannot buy these books. The only way to get them is if you were gifted them, or if you managed to maybe purchase one on the tour, but you'll never get one that's signed by all of them unless you've won one or been gifted one or something like that. So yeah. Next up is a really, really cool item. I was lucky enough to get this item gifted to me by Warner Music New Zealand. Now there is only a limited run of these too. They are very limited editions, so I haven't really seen anyone else who has one of these, but this is signed by Lucas Graham and his band. Now all his bandmates, including himself, have signed this. this was sent to me in the mail by Warner Music New Zealand, and I'm super grateful. It's another really cool piece, and I'm yet to, like I say, get it framed. But it is really cool. I never expected to like win this or get a hold of one of these, but they are really cool, and it's just a cool different piece. But yeah, I haven't seen many of them around, so I don't know, but yeah, they are personally signed, and yeah, so that's really cool. Now, another thing I love to collect is jewellery, and I managed to get this really cool piece when I attended the Share Tour last year. Now I usually love to collect like all sorts of things, and normally I have a lot of t-shirts, all that sort of thing, but t-shirts and things like that, sometimes it's nice to just, you know, what I mean is just like find different pieces or one-of-a-kind pieces that can really make your collection really cool. So jewellery is something I'm really big and into, and I managed to score this, and I thought this was really different than just buying a t-shirt or something, and it is a Cher ring from her tour, and it actually spells out her name. You probably can't see that very well on the like screen right now, but it comes in a cute little box. And I'll put it on. But yeah, it says her name in it, and it's really cool. I just thought the jewellery piece, which was like a ring, it was just something a little bit different compared to a t-shirt. Cool guys, so I hope you enjoyed part 1 of my collectibles video of all things celebrity memorabilia. Join me in part 2 to see the rest of the other things I have to show you guys.